So for this rainbow fish drawing, you're going to have lots of scale shapes on the fish, and then your challenge is to add color with a pattern. Okay, so a pattern is one of the elements of art. And let's look at this short video to learn a little bit more about pattern. Start thinking about what kind of pattern you want to put on your drawing.
Red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. What comes next? I don't know what to do. What comes next? The color is blue.
Blue. Okay, did you see that? Red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. So maybe you'd like to do that type of pattern to add color to your fish. Let's look at one more example of pattern.
Triangle, circle, square, triangle, circle, square, triangle, circle. What comes next? I don't know what goes there. What comes next? The shape is a square.
Okay, so you will be using shapes to draw your rainbow fish. So maybe some of your scales can have a different shape and you can make a pattern like triangle, circle, square, triangle, circle, square. That's another way to make a pattern. Hello, Eisenhower artists. Are you ready to draw a rainbow fish? Your drawing will look something like this. You'll need a plain white paper, a pencil and an eraser. It can be the kind that goes on top of your pencil or maybe one that's separate in any shape. And then any color supplies that you have at home, colored pencils, crayons, maybe you have some markers, any color supplies that you have to add color to your drawing. So first fold it like this, sideways, so it looks like a book. And don't make it a hard fold. Don't push down very hard. Just softly fold it like that. Open it up. Now you're going to make it tall and narrow. Fold it this way. All right, so now you have 4 spaces, 4 squares on your page. Okay, so put your page tall up and down like this. So put your finger right here in the middle of the page and put a dot right in the middle. And then you're going to go out a little bit on this folded line, maybe about like that, and put another dot. Now, at the top of your page, I want you to put 3 fingers on the page like this. 3 fingers, put them down at the top, the edge of the page, and then under your fingers you're going to draw a line, just a dash like that. That's a guide. At the bottom of your page, 3 fingers again, down here at the bottom, and you're going to put a dash right here on top of your fingers. Another guide. We'll erase that stuff later. Go over here to this dot, not the one in the middle, but the one on the side, and you're going to start going down, 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 and then curve, down, 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 and you want to connect it to this line that you made. All right, start again. Go to this dot, down, 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 then start turning it, and then straight across and connect to that guide. That's the bottom of the fish. It didn't turn out so good. Erase, erase, erase. Try again. Go down, start curving, and then straight across and connect it. Okay, go back to the dot. We're going to do the top half of the fish head. So from this dot, you're going to go up, 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 then start turning, and you want to connect it to the top line. Okay, let's see. Sometimes if you turn your page like this, it's a little bit easier. And I'm going to change my curve just a little bit. Okay, so right now you just have this bottom curve and the top curve for the fish head. Okay, find that middle dot again. You're going to make a diagonal line. A diagonal line is not straight up and down. It's not straight side to side. It's diagonal. It's slanted. Like the letter K has a straight line, but then you slant, diagonal, diagonal. The letter K, straight line, diagonal, diagonal. You can practice that on a separate sheet of paper like I have, see? Okay, so it's that diagonal line that we're going to use to make the fish mouth. Make it big and open like that. Okay, so from this middle dot, you're going to start there and then go up and diagonal. Not straight, diagonal. Go back to the middle line and go down and diagonal. Okay, then we're going to erase this line and there's the opening of the fish mouth. Okay, let's do the lips. So put your pencil here on the end of the mouth and you're going to put a little curve like this, a little curve, and then follow it down and touch that dot. Okay, the other part of the lip, make a little curve. This looks like the letter U, curve, and then go up, follow this edge, up, 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 and connect to that dot. That's the fish mouth. Let's do the fish eye. A fish has a very large eye, and there's a white circle and a black circle. Okay, so let's make a large eye, don't draw small, a very large circle right here. And then inside, put another circle and it's still big, like that. Here's something fun to do for the eye. Right in the middle we have a tiny circle. That's called the highlight. Okay, next we're going to do this big, big curve right here on the fish's head. Look how big it is. It starts from the top, goes all the way down. So start above here by the eye and you're going to curve like a big letter C. Curve, 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 like a capital C. Go, curve, curve, all the way down. All right, now let's do the fish fins. I have this idea sheet here. You'll see it on the lesson pages in your lesson module of different kinds of fish shapes. Some fish have fins that are pointy. Sometimes they look more rounded. So what kind of fin do you like? Do you like the round shape or the pointy shape? On this one, I did a pointy shape. I think I should try a rounded shape on this one. So right here where this capital C ended, put your pencil right there. And I'll make a big curvy shape. Don't draw small. It's going to go down and curve up and touch the fish again. So then go down and up. And I can make 3 down here, and that can go right off the page. Okay, now let's look at the top of the fish head. So here where that capital C, put your pencil up here up top. Now I'm going to make a really big curve, up and stretch it out and down, like a big rainbow. And then I'll put another one that starts to curve, but it goes right off the page. We're going to put some lines to give it some detail. That makes things more interesting. Now remember, as you're watching my videos, you can pause the video, do the shape that I showed you, and then hit play again. Okay, here on the part of the lips, I forgot to tell you to erase any lines that are now in the middle of the lips. Okay, so that was the fins. Did you make yours pointed or round? Now you're going to think about the scales on the fish. Remember that video with the pattern? What shapes would you like on your fish? This fish has rounded shapes, curves. Look, they all look like the letter C again. Curve, curve, curve. So I think on this drawing I'll show you an example with a different shape. Let's try some triangles. So up here at the top, I'm going to start with a triangle that's sideways. So it goes out like that. Sideways triangle. These are those diagonal lines again. Now, don't draw small. You need to make some big shapes for the scales because we're going to add color. All right, so that's one row of scales. I'll make some more triangles that go in between the first ones. Now I'll make another row, a big triangle right here and a big one here. So just add some more triangles wherever they fit, and a new one should touch the other one before it. So I'm going to start right here in this, on that triangle shape, and go out and then down and touch the triangle next to it. Big triangle shapes. If you have space down here at the bottom, you can draw a curvy line that looks like the bottom of the sea, where there's lots of sand and rock. So I'm just going to go up, down, up. If you touch the fin, stop and jump over the fin. Right there, curvy up. I'll make it really tall on that side. Now I want you to try drawing some plants. There are plants that grow under the sea, down at the bottom of the sea in the sand. So I want you to put on this side of the fish mouth, put 2 dots. One close to the edge of the paper, and then one that's lower right there closer to the fish mouth. Okay, so from this dot, I want you to go out. It's a curvy line. This is the sea plant. Then go back to the top, go out, curvy, curvy, all the way down to the bottom sand. Now sea plants, they have veins in the middle, just like the leaves on the trees. You know how they have all those lines? Those are called the veins. So put some lines in the middle. Okay, find that other dot you made. Start at the top with this dot and go out and curve, and then when you touch that plant, I want you to stop. Go back to the top and go out right off the page. Okay, and then somewhere over here do one little curve like this, and then it goes off the page again. So it looks like these plants are just going right off the page, right next to each other. Here on this drawing I could only fit 2. We'll see how many you can fit on yours. Okay, at the bottom in your sand, do you want to add some rocks? You can add some rocks that look like this, curvy shapes. Some are little, some are big. Every time that we draw, it's called trace and erase. So you're going to use a black marker. Maybe you don't have a black marker, you could use a pen, a black pen. Okay, maybe you have a marker that looks like this. It could be blue also. If you can't find a black marker and you have a blue one, that would be great also. Any marker in a dark color, so blue or black, maybe a brown one. Okay, it's very important for trace and erase. Okay, for this part of the eye, let me show you how to do that highlight. You're going to add color to the middle circle, but leave that little circle, leave that one white. Turn your page to make it easier. Fill it all black. Now I've got a little highlight on the eye. It makes it look really nice. Okay, continue your trace and erase. Okay, friends, it's time for the color steps. And one thing I forgot to draw was some bubbles by the fish mouth. If you want to add some bubbles, go ahead and put circles and make them different sizes, small, medium, and large. When you're doing the color step, this is where the pattern part happens. Remember we talked about pattern, and artists use pattern to make their artwork look more interesting. This example will show you a pattern that was purple, blue, yellow, purple, blue, yellow, and that repeated on the scales. I can do another pattern that starts at the top here and goes down like that, the colors. Okay, and for this fish, I want to use the colors red, orange, and purple. That's going to be my pattern, red, orange, purple. Okay, so I'm going to start up here at the top at this scale, and I'm going to put red first. Now remember, you're practicing your color craftsmanship. Every time you do an art assignment, thinking about your color craftsmanship, how your color strokes look. Keep your strokes tidy, stay inside the shapes, and keep adding color until the white paper is covered up. Lots and lots of color. I'm going to change my idea. I think I want red, then purple. Purple, purple. Careful strokes. Turn your page to get into the shape. Keep going till all the white is covered up. Okay, red, purple. What comes next? Orange. Red, purple, orange. Red, purple, orange. Red. I'll put that right here. So I'm really excited to see what pattern you're going to create. And then go back up to the top, purple. So that's going to go on the next scale up here. Okay, so that will be the pattern for the scales. Let me show you some other parts of the drawing that you will color. What color do you think you would like for the fish mouth and the fish lips right here? This shape here, carefully on the fish mouth. Then how about the fins? What color would you like on your fins? So here's the colors I chose for the fins, and I made a pattern down here, orange, yellow, orange. And at the top, I have two fins, orange, yellow. For the rest of the parts of the fish, I'm going to do the fish head yellow. And I want to remind you, when you're coloring a large area, don't try and do big strokes like this and big squiggles. I want you to try and do a small patch like this, and then stop and go next to it, another small patch, and another small area, and then all those areas that you're coloring come together, and it makes it look a lot nicer. Okay, so do small areas at a time instead of trying to move your hand like this across a big area. Around the eye, carefully leave this part of the eye white. Okay, I'm going to show you the last parts, some tips for adding color. On the ground, I filled in the rocks with my black marker, and then I'm going to make the sandy area brown all around. And the good thing about the marker is I can go right on top of that marker and add my sandy brown color. Go right off the page. Okay, right off the page like that. The piece of paper underneath your drawing, and then you can go like this, go right off the page. And then you have this messy mat, the messy paper for the edges. Okay, so same down here. You want to add color right off the page. Then the bubbles, some blue color right here in the bubbles in the water. Now look how I'm moving in a circle shape, just like the shape of the bubble. Circle all the way to the edges. Okay, the last part is the sea plants. The plants right here at the bottom of the sea. You can put them in any color you like. I want you to pause the video, finish your color steps, and then we'll see the end result. Okay, I finished adding color to all the shapes of my rainbow fish drawing. I'm excited to see what shapes you chose for the fish scales, the fish fins on the top and the bottom. Did you put sand at the bottom and little rocks? And how do your sea plants look? I hope you had lots of fun drawing this rainbow fish. See you next time.